Welcome to my podcast, Season 1 Empower Talk, the gateway to a more empowered and enriched life. Empower Talk is not just a podcast, it's a transformative journey, compelling success stories which unfold every Monday at 2 p.m. Okay, so Empower Talk is all about the compelling all the success stories. So before I'll introduce my today's guest, let me introduce myself first. Well, my name is Arpita Chatterjee, and I have embarked my professional career at the age of 19 years, like as a receptionist, and eventually I reached the position of business head. So I have more than 20 years of work experience in education industry, and for last 2.5 years, I was very closely working with eminent life coaches, and now I have been certified mindset and life coach, and also exploring as a professional speaker as well as a corporate trainer. So my today's guest is multi-talented person. So let's welcome Miss Punam Sharma, who is a banker turned life coach, NLP expert, chakra healer. Then she's also an author of the book Karma Never Loses an Address, and also she was participated in a super speaker, which is a very famous competition, and she has qualified the 500 top 500. So welcome, Poonam. How are you, Poonam? And share something about your beautiful journey. And you are so talented. You're so talented person. Share something about you.
Yeah. Hi. Thanks for calling me on Empowered Talks, Arpita. And it's very nice to be in touch with you and interacting day on day with you. So, and hello and good day to everyone, all the audience over here. So, for my story, I had been working in a corporate organization in the banking industry for 18 plus years, post which I transformed myself into a life coach. I did my whatever certifications were required, and then I first transformed myself before starting the journey of transforming others' life. So that's my journey in short.
Absolutely, you are well said. Generally, of course, if you don't work on yourself, how can you work on others? And as you are NLP coach, I know that it's all about brain and neuro linguistic. Definitely is very important. So I would like to ask you one question that with an extensive background, like in banking and leadership role, how did you transition? I know how this transition happen about the holistic and life coach, because totally a different field. Banking is all about financial and this holistic life coach. So how this happen?
Okay, so this is very interesting to share with all of you here. So during last years of my work life,
Hello.
medical leaves because of severe medical issues I was facing. And there were not just one medical issue, there were multiple medical issues which I was facing. So at times, I had to go for painkillers to push myself to go to office, sustain myself to my living standard, which effectively hampered my health more than giving me relief. So, and at times when जब ऐसा होता था कि I have to go for physiotherapy, so office work would erupt and extended office hours would be there. So effectively, there was no time for me to take care of my health. And eventually, what started to happen is when my health started taking a toll, it was started to take a very bad impact on my family life as well, my personal life, my family life, my behavior towards family, my overall behavior towards everyone, because my body was in pain, so my heart was in pain and my brain was in pain. And this is how I pushed myself to transit, to make a career shift. And the career shift, why? As a life coach, I would say that whatever learnings I faced in my working career had actually pushed me to see the reality of life which every person sitting just next to me, my co-workers, my colleagues, my subordinates, my bosses, they were facing equally the same things. Some were able to manage, some were not able to manage. So this is how I transited myself, that I need to move out of this juggling life and then do something for myself and do something for this community as well. And mm, like it took me some time, yes, definitely. And why as life coach? Of course, the inspiration came from my own pain, and also as a banker I was a trainer, so that incumbency of counseling training people was already there in me. So it was a mm, easy to adopt and absorb thing for me, and since I have lived it, so I could explain it better, or rather I should say, who can explain it better than me?
Wonderful. That's absolutely right. Like, whenever people are working in organization, of course, it's very difficult to balance their, personal and professional life, because like in any organization life, the expectation is too much. And banking sector, I know that is how much pressure in banking sector is. So, and you have written one book, and the topic is so interesting. That is Karma Never Loses and Address. That's a beautiful book I can see in your backside. So how it motivate you to write about karma? Like, do you really believe that past karmas and this kind of things is really really affect your present or something like that? And what is all about this book? Share something about your book.
Okay, so first of all, how an author and why this topic as my first book. This is my first book and as an author. So as an author, I would say that the inspiration came from my day-to-day life. My life, if I say, considering my personal as well as professional. Uh, I have seen people, I have witnessed it. I can say that I am an eyewitness of how people in my personal life as well as with my professional life have faced their karmas of past 3 years, 4 years, 6 years, 10 years back. Even I could see them facing the repercussions. And it was sometimes, it was like as they did it, as they received it. So there was no option for me to believing in karma. This theory was always there, always taught to us since please take care of our karmas, do good karmas, and it all used to sound like normal day-to-day mom's lecture and parents lecture. But then when you face the reality of life and you eyewitness something, it gets hits your heart, it hits your mind, and then as an author, I wrote all those experiences in my book, like how people have faced and how people treat karma as, how they understand karma as, how they don't give importance to karma as, but what actually they should be doing. So this is all about my book, and my book is a complete inspiration of my personal life and professional life.
Wonderful.
Inspiration. And the people who have around me who have inspired me to write such an intriguing book.
Amazing. So, like, karma, when you talk about the karma, then of course is something that, it's healing is also something is very important, because obviously if you have some parts karma, then if you can heal yourself more better. So as you have already NLP practitioner, and of course you are in coaching industry also, you know that healing and all. So how much you feel that healing is so effective to remove all your past karmas?
Yes, this is like a very big eye opener to me in my life. Uh, I have never been a very spiritual person, like people do fasting, people do pujas and all those things. But yes, I had a very strong inclination towards these healing philosophies, be it Reiki, chakra, be it aura healing, and everything. These things should always attract me, even when I'm working. And if I get a small bit of chance also, na, I used to like listen to that high frequency music to heal myself, ease my pain. And I used to just randomly try out. So this is healing. This healing industry, this healing world is a completely different world. It is absolutely different from a spiritual world. But yes, why healing and how healing, be it NLP, be it Chakra technique. If you don't heal yourself and keep on carrying your grudges, your past grudges, towards yourself, towards others, the more you carry them, the more burdened you feel, and you keep on pondering on those negative thoughts. The more negative, and this is a universal law, whatever you attract, you will get that only. So this fact remains same. This fact remains absolute same. And as I wrote the book Karma, the basic philosophy of karma is what you sow, you get it. So
Absolutely.
if you sow a negative thought, you will receive a negative outcome. If you sow a positive thought, you receive a positive outcome. But how to convert, transform your negative thought into positive thought, is that where all techniques helps you out. And so it becomes very important for you, because as a healed person, you always happen to be happy, confident, and you happen to be treating others in a very good way. So if the other person is good, you also feel good. And if you are behaving good, the other person is behaving good. In the whole aura around you changes and transforms. So healing yourself is very, very important in life.
Yes, that's absolutely right. I completely agree with you, because I also learned a lot of healing strategies, and when I doing this with my clients, they also feel very relaxed, and even while doing healing for them, I also feel so relaxed. So that is something is really very important. So as someone like you who has so rich professional background, and so what advice do you have for individuals who are navigating career transition or seeking professional development in their professional life?
Okay. Mm. So as what I did was definitely a career transition, and I chose to do that. My circumstances also supported. People around me also were very supportive. So career transition is a very practical decision. My first advice is just don't be emotional while making a career transit decision. Be practical, because you're going to live 24 by 7 in a practical way, not emotional way. And the second advice is, like, situations in life do go beyond, but what is in our control is us. So first take charge and understand yourself. And the second step is, like, before you decide even for a career transit, the very important question you need to ask to yourself is who you are, what you are, and what actually you want from life, that the life you want to live. And lastly, your transit plan should be should not be foolproof, but yes, your transit plan should be fail proof. Now, what is fail proof? By fail proof, I mean you need to practically analyze all your situations, your finance, your family situation, your relationship situation, your all kind of things need to be first covered, and then you have to create a fail proof transit. This is my advice for everyone who is navigating for career transition.
Absolutely. Even, and I have also taken the transition because I know that taking risk is very important in life, because otherwise you will not grow. But at the same time, calculating risk, mature life, educated risk is very important. Like, you can't
Yes.
take a risk, like, without any planning, without any logic. Like, you have to take, because it's a big decision to change. Like, I have like almost 20 years of work experience in education industry, and then when I taken this leap, like, everyone has, not no one has supported me. Even my husband also not supported me with this decision, that why suddenly, you are leaving
Yes.
that job which you are so comfortable, and you are getting good package and everything. So definitely it's a big decision. But yes, you are right. Of course, in a planned way, in a proper way, if you can take, because risk is very important. Otherwise, change is very essential. Otherwise,
Yeah,
life will be stagnant.
that's what I said. That is why I said, you first need to take charge and control of yourself. So much so control that don't get affected by what people are saying, what society is saying, what you are being for. So this is very important.
Absolutely.
Absolutely agree with you, Arpita.
Yes. So, how do you believe that achieving like abundance in health, wealth, and relationship contributes not only to an individual life, but also the betterment of society as a whole? Like, as you have now taken as a coach, the transition is done. So, what do you believe? Like, how do you believing that achieving abundance in health, wealth, and all is like, how it's contributed?
So, so Arpita, like if we talk emotionally, हम किस लिए जीते हैं? रोटी, कपड़ा और मकान. Correct. And this is how Mr. Maslow has also explained that your basic needs are roti, kapda, and makan. Your wealth and money. This is the most important thing you are living here for. That's the first step you can get, and then you move on to different strata levels of life when it comes to your psychological growth. You know, so these three are the most important pillar of a person's life, like health, wealth, and relationship, and these form the whole of life in any person's life. Now, how it impacts society is a very big question. If I am right, so I can stretch myself beyond professional work and go for contribution. Fine. Similarly, if I am well, if I happen to increase my from say 20 lakhs per year per annum to 80 crores per annum, so definitely I'm going to give it back to society, be it in the form of some CSR activity or some NGO or some support system created to help out social underprivileged people, or many things are there. And also I would be all obviously contributing to national income economies also. So those are big words, but yes, when you increase your health, you tend to contribute to society, give it back to society. And why relationship and how relationship, the more you expand in your relationship, the more you expand and connect with people, the more you are able to interact with people, the more you are able to expand your network, you are able to actually, as a coach, as a life coach, it is very helpful for me to heal every person I meet. It's like no person is left alone, kind of a concept which I believe in. So like the society can obviously be in a better position when a person happen to increase or expand, creates an abundance in one individual life with health, wealth, and relationships. Because if I am doing good, I would obviously want that yes, Arpita should also grow in life. And then when Arpita is growing good in life, and she feels thankful that okay, fine, she one wanted me to help grow in life, so Arpita will go and help other people also. So this is how the society grows. So I believe that abundance is a big thing
Absolutely.
in anyone's life.
Absolutely, absolutely. You are very well said. So, share something about your speaker journey, because you have, participated in the competition Super Speaker that is organized by Success Gan, and you have been, like, selected in a top 500. How was the experience, and how you have, thought of participating? Share something about that.
Okay, this was something happened suddenly in my life. Because if I today say someone to that I am a speaker, I mean those who know childhood, they will be like, it's a nightmare. She's doing, and this is unbelievable. I was always a kind of person who used to think ki like especially in English class when teacher used to make you stand and read the book. So I was that one person, कि किसी भी तरह से ना मेरा turn आने के पहले बस bell ring हो जाए and teacher should go. So I was that kind of a person. So speaker journey began all of a sudden. So like it was just an initial phase when I had dropped my job and I was involved in many kind of certification courses and all. So this came to me, this opportunity, and I thought, let's just give it try. And I also did it technically because my technical decision mind said that okay, fine, if I want to grow my social media, say my YouTube channel, anything like that, or if I have to go and speak to a forum, speak to many people, let's speaker's journey, and there are lakhs of entries, let's see what happens. So I just entered it in a casual note, but then I never knew that I will reach to this 500 level pan India. So that's how it happened.
It's wonderful. It's awesome. That you are doing so many things like speaking, coaching, then author. That's exactly is very important, because more you explore, because clarity comes by engagement. If you are sitting, sofa and watching Netflix, you can't get the clarity. So as you are in a different role, of
Yes,
course, you can get to know, you are exploring, and then you can go for it. Like, what exactly you are really feel connected, and you can, deep
true.
in that feel itself. So what
Absolutely.
closing message or what advice you'd like to give to all the audience who are going to watch this podcast, like any message that you really want to give, that that they can get inspired, they can get empowered, like what kind of message you would like to give?
Okay. So see, this message which I would like to give to everyone is that I have always believed in two philosophy. One is, the butterfly never turned to butterfly overnight. It has gone through struggles. There was a cocoon, then there was a butterfly, then there was a caterpillar, then there was a caterpillar, then there was a
I think there's some technical glitch that she has disconnected. So I hope that you all get so much of inspiration from this talk. And please do comment below that if you have any question, then definitely I'll Poonam will definitely can help you out with this answer. Thank you so much. Yes, that's wonderful, Poonam. So I would like to know that, what message you'd like to give to audience. Like, obviously you have multi-talented person and you have done a lot of activities. So what message you like to give to audience who will going to watch this podcast? Like, what closing message you like to give to audience?
Okay, so my closing message to audience would be like the cocoon. There's a cocoon system when in the whole cycle of a butterfly. Okay, so cocoon cannot be prematurely be opened to transform or change into or convert butterfly. Fine. So there has to be a stage which is called the caterpillar stage in between. the cocoon is there, the caterpillar is there, then the transformation and the struggle happens to become a butterfly, a beautiful butterfly. And a game of life, such that you needs to go through evolution. And as one of my mentor always says, system never fails. It's the people fail. So believe in the system. This I would say to everyone.
Wonderful. Yes, that's where my mentor also always said that trust the process rather than just then thinking about the result. So generally, what happened, we always get demotivated, always get lose interest because we only need the result. But if you enjoy the process, then definitely we can achieve sooner or later. Definitely achieve. So thank you so much, Poonam. It was lovely talking to you, and I'm really I'll definitely share about your books detail in my description, but even also you can tell to our audience where they can buy your book, and so that I really recommend, highly recommend to buy your book, because I know that it's so wonderful and practically you have written. So definitely I recommend to book. So please share that where they can get this book and the process so that they can buy.
Yeah, it's available in Amazon Kindle as of now, and by 10th of this month, it will be available on Amazon, Flipkart, and Myntra. So at three places, it will be available to read physically. As of now, you can read it online through Kindle.
Wonderful. I'll definitely share the link in the description so that people can watch your, if we can, purchase your book online itself. So thank you so much, Poonam. It was lovely
Thank
interacting with you, and I'm sure those who are going to watch this podcast, they will get a lot of takeaway. And it's always recommend to comment below, all the takeaway or any question if you have, because more you ask question, more you get clarity. And I'm sure Poonam can and give you all the answers, and definitely you can get a lot of benefit also from this podcast. So thank you so much, Poonam, for joining my podcast.
thank you so much, Arpita, for calling me here. Thank you so much for such an insightful talk. I hope, I believe that the audience will have some takeaway podcast, and I'll
Definitely.
be of some help.
Definitely. So all the best for your career, and you're doing already doing great job, and I'm sure you will do very good in your career life, in your coaching, in your author, in your all the thing portfolio that you have. So all the best for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and all the best for you, Arpita.
Thank you.
Thank you.